points per game with the franchise are the most in team history. Here's Luka and AD on how it will be to face their former teams. Emotional.
Of course, it's going to be a lot of emotion for me. Like, I don't really know what to expect. I don't know how I'm going to feel, honestly. You know, I'm looking forward to being back in Dallas, obviously, you know, with the fans, seeing my teammates, ex-teammates. It's going to be very emotional for me, for sure.
It's another game. Y'all make it bigger than it needs to be. It's another game for me.
Okay. Well, earlier, Mad Dog told us Luka is impossible
he's tough.
to root
Monica
for.
didn't like that.
I'd like to ask Dallas about that. Did you see how they reacted after his exit? All right, tell me this, Mad Dog. How intriguing is his return tonight?
I think it's intriguing to him and the city of Dallas. I don't think it resonates anywhere else. I think it's more intriguing when the guy who goes to the town gets booed because he wanted to get out in the worst way. Carmelo back to Denver. Durant to Oklahoma City. That's more interesting. In this particular case, everybody in Dallas hated the trade. They hated the idea that the franchise moving him, they couldn't stand it. A lot of the times it's better when Harden left Houston. He goes back, he gets booed out of the building, how he responds to that. Here they're going to be rooting for Luka, not rooting against him. And you like to see how the athlete handles it when he goes back to his town and he's the villain. Here he's the hero. So I'm not as wrapped up in it.
You sure everyone's going to be rooting for him?
Oh, absolutely.
There are still those crazy fans.
Oh, yes, they will root for him.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Swagoo, as a Laker fan, how do you feel about this?
Lakers fan and Dallas resident. Oh, look at that.
A bandwagon all day. That's you, Swag.
Hold on. I have no idea where Molly got that from. I am not a Lakers fan.
Oh.
I am a LeBron James fan, and whatever team he played for, I want to see him have success.
Oh, so you used to be a Cavs fan.
Yeah,
My
it's very
bad.
different.
I apologize.
It's very different because when he was in Miami, I was a Miami fan of LeBron James. Listen, my team is the Pelicans, by the way, so everybody just relax before you casting aspersions on me.
Okay.
I'm from Louisiana.
Time out. I know what just happened, Swagoo. Swagoo's concerned he's not going to get his courtside seats anymore with his wife and kids.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
He's like, Molly, why are you putting me in front? Sorry I put you on blast.
No, I'm sort of a big deal here in Dallas. In case y'all don't know. All right, let me get to it, man.
Let him know, Swagoo.
Here's the thing.
You got a fish fry flavor.
Here's the thing, man. Here's the thing. It's funny how you look at this because Mad Dog has a point about the fans not being mad. I go to what ownership and how this front office talked about Luka Doncic after the trade happened. It's funny, man, when you with somebody, how good they look, how great of a person they are, and then you decide to leave them and they the worst person, they don't look good, they stink, their clothes don't look as good as you talked about for the last 5 years. Okay, but people do, and that's what the Mavs did. I know it's a new ownership group. Luka Doncic should want to stick it to this new ownership group and the front office of the Dallas Mavs. I don't give a damn how he is going to be received by the fans. We love Luka here, all right? But ultimately, this was about how his front office and how the new ownership group in Dallas treated him. And not only treated him, talked about him after he was a Laker. So when he comes back into this building, it won't be about the fans. It won't be about the people that sit courtside that love Luka. It'll be about the people that are sitting courtside that are owners of the basketball team. It'll be about Nico talking about it was some things we didn't like about how Luka prepared for games and was he ready to play. And we'll all love this trade if the Dallas Mavericks have a tremendous amount of success. I love this type of drama for Luka Doncic. He should want to go for 50 and 20. And not to remind the fans of who he are, to remind the ownership group of what they decided to get rid of and cast away. And I pray to God he has one of those phenomenal epic nights. I don't care if the game don't mean all of that. I don't care if the Mavs got injuries and all of that. I hope he has an epic night where all of us can point to the ownership of the Mavs and say, this is what you decided to do, and this is what you're going to have to pay for years to come, thinking that you were putting together a championship team by getting rid of a franchise guy that actually had you in the finals 2 or 3 years ago.
Swagoo, what's the brand your seasoning is with?
Oh, it's Swagoo Special Louisiana Fish Fry.
You know what I'm saying? You cooking with that Swagoo Special right now. You got that seasoning on this conversation, boy. We cooking with hot fish grease and the Swagoo Special seasoning. Listen, I've been marinating on this question because we've had it all morning. Intriguing? The Lakers, the storyline is the Lakers need this victory because of how tight the Western Conference standings are, period, right? Beyond that, though, I actually, in the last half an hour, as we've been marinating on this, I'm wondering if because of familiarity, y'all, just hear me out on the basketball thing, if Dallas is one of the better equipped teams to guard Luka? Now, I got to get into the personnel after the trade and all of that. I don't know if that's true. But I'm with Swagoo in that I expected Luka to have a good game. And then earlier today, Wendy brought up the emotions of it all based on the last time these two teams met. So then that got me thinking about Jason Kidd and them knowing Luka so well and how they might defend this. I'm now kind of thinking this game might be better than I anticipated because the Mavs are actually still trying to play for their seeding in that play-in situation, Molly. But I think that Luka getting ejected the other night should be locked in and focused. And of course, the emotions of it all, that being his original home, the first however many years of his NBA career also play into it. But I am wondering if Jason Kidd might have something up his sleeve to make this a little more interesting than maybe we thought.
Yeah, I would love to see, I like the guy going back to the arena where he wanted the heck out. And then how he responds to getting booed all night. And they boom, and he touches the ball. This is not going to happen.
Yeah.
And that's the issue I have with it. And you're right. The Mavericks look bad now because obviously he's going to be the feature of the Lakers for the next 15 years. And he sells tickets, and he's great. I mean, he's a great, great player.
But Swagoo is right.
That's what I mean. The owners are going to get booed. But they're not booing the owner. He's not playing the game. The issue is Luka.
Did Wendy get in?
Wendy?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't even see.
Mad Dog is on a roll today, Wendy. We apologize.
That's my fault.
Hey,
That's my
Wendy,
fault.
I didn't see you.
I can't wait for Swagoo's son to go to an SEC school that's not LSU and see how he tries to explain all his switching allegiances. When your son goes into Baton Rouge and drops 35 on him and you're wearing an LSU, I can't wait to see that. I'm going to be here for that. All right.
Wendy, that's completely different.
Yeah, I'm sure everything's completely different. Okay. All right. Anyway, the Mavericks have had this awkward season this year because remember, Klay Thompson early in the year had this return game to Golden State where everybody wore the captain's hat and they were trying to make everybody sound like everybody was happy when Klay wasn't because of the way they sent him out the door and he sort of had to have a forced smile. That was awkward. This is going to be awkward because Luka plays with an edge. Luka is at his best when he's screaming at somebody. That's what we love. Some of his best moments of his career have when he's gone into an arena and stuck the stake through the heart of the visiting fans that he personifies either through somebody on the bench or somebody in the front row. He's got a catalog throughout the whole NBA of fans that he yells at during the games. The guy that he was yelling at last night in Oklahoma City, he yelled at him last year in the playoffs and stuck the dagger in his heart when he beat the Thunder. Okay. I will say this. The game plan tonight will be interesting because Luka, I wish it was more than three-point shooting, but Luka's play for the Lakers has always come down to the three-point shooting. He's had three or four different games where he's been 1 of 7, a couple of games where he's 1 of 9, some games where he's 2 of 9, and he looks terrible. And other games where he goes 6 of 10, 7 of 12, and he puts up 35. So I wish